bit, little bit. Let me feel myself.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And off we go from Denver. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Locke taking the snap at 1. Screenplay, Johnson. He's got a first down and more past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 9.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Even trying to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
On on second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
And it's 3rd down.
Seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
The 49-yard line.
Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
To throw on 3rd down. Block. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. Let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Minshew. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 8. Now they try the right side here. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Minshew sets to throw. Rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Locke going to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Complete to Duke Johnson. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second
quarter. 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Let's get
Trying
that
to set up the
swagger,
screen,
y'all.
and
Let's
it's
get that
intercepted.
swagger.
Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. The 20. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll begin the drive with Carson, and nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Carson, and just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Tackle made right at midfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Going deep for Eifert. That's caught inside the 20. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
1 yard gain.
On 2nd and 9. Minshew dancing to his left. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Check, 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 check. 36.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. They'll buy some time right. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
The keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lambeau is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff...
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
3 on the play. First down, Jacksonville.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air, but his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well, and he just provided one.
Ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he's got room and able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast.
Oh, now Lindsey lost the football, and the Jags grab it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the right hash, this from 48. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
And some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, right back to Lindsey. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
It's a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
The ball carrier. He was brought down by Everson Griffin. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 11-yard line.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 9.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
To throw it is Locke. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
43 yards.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Minshew. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now this time Locke will throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 28.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Yo, Mike, check 33. Recon, 132 fighter. Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. They can't hang with us. Mike, check.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 23. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
One final try for Locke. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set them up with golden field position. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. So the kick is through, but they'll get no closer than 5 in the end as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Jacksonville, it's an important win for their playoff hopes.